Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, Cycle Worldwide in association with Pure Mind Productions are back, baby. Proudly presents to you two of the greatest podcast hosts in the world. I am Crazy Kevin. He is Dan Jones, and we are Two Fat Guys Podcast. Yo, we are back. We are lit, and we are happy. And I'm trying to figure out where our background is at. But there we go. Oh, we are here, season 2. Let's do this. Yo, last 3 weeks I've been anticipating this. I've been itching for it. I can't wait to get into this. Oh my God. What it do, Mr. Jones? What it do, Mr. Jones? What it do?
What's going on, my guy? Like you said, it's just been boiling over on this pot for a good minute. We've been cooking this up for a good couple months now, and it's ready. It's time.
It is time. Yo.
It's time, shorty.
Man,
I'm ready, man.
Man, we've been in the kitchen cooking. We've been in the lab putting together formulas. And we are here for season 2. And we are starting off with a banger. Yo, and we didn't come alone. Y'all know how we do. We did not come alone. So, now we here. We here. So, without further ado, we got to bring on our honorary fat guy. He's been down with the team almost since day one, but not quite. But he's been holding it down with us. Let's bring in Big Nah.
What up? I was gonna
Y'all already know.
Down with day 1-ish, but probably day 5-ish because I wasn't day 1 might not happen. Maybe
week like day 5, day 10,
week 2-ish. What up?
Week 2-ish.
Week 2-ish. I like it.
Right. So we got another person we're gonna bring on. This is a close personal friend of mine. We go back all the way back to high school, Northern Viking days, baby. And anybody from Baltimore know about Northern. They know we used to wild out. Police stayed up there on a daily.
And you're proud of that.
No, you would. Hold up, Dan. But you went to Southwest?
Look, first of all, get the direction. I went to Southern.
Southern?
Y'all held it down up north. We held it down in the south.
Either way, y'all was still near dirty water. So,
hey, it was Flint, Michigan every day. Pipe bomb.
Yo, but we're gonna bring on my man Brian J. You know what I mean? So we're gonna bring him on. What up, Brian J? What up, Brian J?
Mike can stand up
all day.
Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, wherever you may find yourself. What's going on, gentlemen? How y'all doing today?
What's going on, King?
Hey, it is what it is. It's a Sunday night. It's nice outside. I'm an already fat guy, but you know,
he punchy. He ain't fat. He got a little punch. He got a dad bod.
I'm not fat neither.
I'm getting rid of my dad bod. I'm down 6 pounds as of Friday.
That's what's up. Mr. Showtime, I'm gonna need you to unmute yourself. I cannot unmute you, sir, and I refuse to bring that. Thank you. So we have an honorary junior fat guy who is not fat at all. This dude is an all-star in football. Got more trophies than a little bit. So we're gonna bring on Dan Jones' son, Showtime. Yeah. Dan.
Yeah.
Shout out to him. He down there showing them VA boys how Baltimore run football. That's what that is. So shout out to you, sir. Shout out to you.
Yeah.
I eat more than a fat guy, man. Understand?
He probably do eat more than the average fat guy. You know, athletes do that.
Yeah. I'm not doing it for him today. It's too early. It's too early.
Man, we
got a question. As a non-Baltimore person, I'm sorry. I know I lived there for a little while, but as a person who didn't grow up there, I need to understand why on the little icon thing, I got the number 2 instead of like TEW, like 2. Okay.
Are we doing this today? Oh, yeah.
I'm sorry. What was the question again?
He knows. He know. See, that's why you should have been in Southern. He know what I'm talking about.
Why we ain't got TEW up there?
Oh, I know, because that's how we say the number 2. We know we put a W2. We know how we talk.
If it was TEW, I'm just saying.
it would probably still be pronounced the same way. So
Okay.
Nobody's going to sponsor us if we speak Ebonics.
Not true. Not true. You just saw the Olympics. You just saw a breakdance in the Olympics. Somebody gonna do something. Somebody gonna give you some money.
Yeah, I don't want to talk about that. I was so pissed off with that. But anyway, like that is not everybody's culture.
Let's put that
They
on
got
the
the lady who brings the casserole to the new neighbor breakdancing.
So yeah, people, this is what y'all missed for the last 3 weeks. We back.
Oh yeah, we shooting now.
We definitely back. All right, so before we jump into the topic, we just came off of shout out to the United States Olympic team. Y'all crushed it. Thank y'all for representing.
Yes.
I do feel bad for the young girl Jordan. She does have to give her bronze medals back, which I think is bullcrap.
You're gonna have to come get me. You're gonna have to come find it. I'm not giving nothing.
They gonna come find it. Trust me. They're looking for her right now.
She still got the gold though.
Shout out to the U.S. Men's basketball team. Look, I know. This is gonna be completely biased, and I know it's biased, but there's never a reason why we should ever lose in basketball. We invented the sport. That's all I'm saying. Like,
I don't know. That France team was kind of looking real serious though.
Listen,
they were.
Scared, bro.
I got a quick question though. So y'all was alive back then. So I'm just want to say, was this team the 1992 Dream Team?
He'll say y'all was alive back then. Yes, actually, this team I think would have beat the '92 Dream Team.
I don't know about that.
The original Dream Team, we already know. They're legendary. Everybody knows. But the skill set of this particular U.S. team, I think, would have definitely handled the original Dream Team.
The reason, man, we had this. This one has better shooters.
Way better shooters.
All right, so yeah, it's always going to be one of those what if situations. So,
hey, is that a battle question?
No, that is not a battle question. No, it is not.
Throw that in. You can definitely throw that in.
It's worth it.
No, that is not. We're not going to do that.
Stockton versus Curry.
I feel like Blue's Clues.
Write that down. Jot it down.
Yeah.
Yeah, but shout out to Steph though, man. Steph Curry was putting them threes down like it was nothing. He was just giving it. He was giving it to him.
Did y'all get that they won it on August 10, 2024?
Yeah,
right.
All three of Kobe's numbers.
Yeah.
Look, if they'd have loved, Kobe should have came back down and slapped all of them to get in line and take this slap. Get in line.
Anyway,
and I think as much love as they have for Kobe, they wasn't gonna let that go down. Nah.
So moving past the Olympics, like I said, congratulations to the United States Olympics team. SummerSlam. SummerSlam was I would tell you right now, SummerSlam was the greatest heartbreak and love. SummerSlam was the greatest love story ever, and I'm gonna tell you why. Because it was so emotional between Dominic turning on Mommy. You knew Finn was going to turn on Damien eventually. It was just so much heartbreak, and I'm not going to cap. I was starting to get bored because it was this is turning out to be one of the worst. But but something happened, and I will admit I never thought I would do this, but I did. I'm watching the main event, and I'm like, somebody, where's Roman? Where's Jimmy? Give me something. And that music hit. And I can't lie, I put my one up.
Of course you should. As you should.
As you should.
As you should.
I put my one. I popped for Roman Reigns for the first time in I popped for Roman for the first time in a very, very, very long time.
He's been that dude.
And and it's sad because I popped Friday. Like, you knew he was coming. You knew he was going, and I still popped.
But let's just say that the unsung hero has to be Solo Sikoa.
Yes.
What with that
this is
battle
my
cry?
opinion.
With that battle cry he let out?
No. Because when you knew they was building him up to be quote unquote the next tribal chief, because everybody thought it was gonna be Jimmy or Jay. He gave it to Solo. So if you
Right.
watch over time, he trained them how to move, how to walk, how to talk as the tribal chief. So when Roman lost the belt, everybody wanted it, but how he went about it, which made everybody hate Solo. So the more he was doing the dumb stuff, everybody wanted Roman more. So when he finally came out, it was like you just seen God touch down for the first time, and you actually get to see him and touch him.
Yeah, Solo played his part very well.
Solo built that for him.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So yeah.
I like the. I'm always going to be on the Roman Reigns soapbox. I've been on Roman Reigns team since day one from Shield days.
Minus the dog food. Can't be the dog food.
He went through all of the torment of them trying to make him the guy, and he got booed out the building. The man was getting booed when he said he had cancer. That's how much boos he got, and he rolled it up until this point. He's now cashing in.
No, they didn't boo him when he announced that he had leukemia.
Man.
They did not boo that man when he had leukemia.
Boo that man.
They did not. Go back and watch that Monday Night Raw.
No,
it was not a dry ice. It was not a dry eye in that place.
The man still has cancer. He was getting booed.
He still does have leukemia.
Needless to say, he put his people on. How many people are eating off of that man right now?
A lot of people, and I commend him for that. I will never take that away from him. But yo, so yeah, let's get into this, yo. The day we are starting the new series, season 2, we are kicking off ridiculous. Season 2, we're gonna get into this. It's gonna be arguments, it's gonna be debates, but it's gonna be what it is. Tonight we are introducing our new series called The Battles. Now, to give you a quick synopsis of the battles is pretty much like WWE Rivals that comes on A&E. We're going to pick 2 very known rivals, and we're going to just debate back and forth. Only thing different is this would not just be strictly sports entertainment / professional wrestling related. We will do sports. We actually are going to do actors. We're going to do movies. We're going to do comic book characters and superheroes and so forth and so on. But tonight, here, August 11th, season 2 premiere, we starting off with the greatest battle, the greatest rivalry in WWE tag team history. We got the New Day
trying to tell you
versus the Usos. This is how we kicking the battles off. And before we full blown jump into this, we're gonna do a little introduction real quick. And my iPad is acting real special, so bear with me.
You probably got it from the New Day. It's probably one of them Bootio's iPads.
No, it's not a Bootio iPad, sir. No, sir. Hey, for real talk, I do have an open box.
I'm sure.
Bootio cereal.
I'm sure.
And I do plan on getting that sign. I even got New Day socks. That I plan on getting autographed if I ever get a chance to meet these gentlemen.
The only thing I'm surprised is you didn't wear a unicorn horn today.
Nah, I'm not doing all that, bro. Calm down.
Nope, not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it.
Calm down. I am rocking my Roman Reigns wreck everyone and leave shirt. This is definitely one of my favorite shirts. So quick synopsis on the New Day. The stable was prominently formed by Xavier Woods and Big E and Kofi Kingston on July 21st, 2014 episode of Raw. Made their debut as the New Day on November 28, 2014 episode of SmackDown. In April 2015 at Extreme Rules, they won their first WWE Tag Team Championships. They have gone on. I'm sorry, what, sir?
Gospel choir. Well, go ahead.
There wasn't a gospel choir at the time.
They sure were. They were televangelists. Come on, stop playing.
Anyway, they have gone on. They have won
their first.
They have won the NXT tag titles, the Raw titles 4 times, and the SmackDown titles 7 times. They was also at one point the longest reigning WWE Tag Team Champions of all time. And I say at one point because the next team that we're going to be discussing real quickly is the USOs. Which we all know was trained by their Hall of Fame father, so forth and so on. They made their WWE debut back in 2010. They actually debuted for Florida Championship Wrestling, and then they got brought up shortly after that. They got brought up in the main roster back in 2010 through 2013, and they also wound up holding the same titles. They had the Raw Tag titles 3 times and the SmackDown titles 5 times, which at the end of their run, they were deemed the longest reigning tag team champions of all time, and nobody has yet to come close to that record.
Ain't going to.
What you think?
Ain't going to.
Yeah, they're probably not in our lifetime. But
because you have to look at the tag team roster now. It's pretty thin.
Yeah,
like
I don't think it's thin. I think it's the fact that you can't keep them together. Like every time you turn around, you breaking another team up. Like Grayson Waller and Dodo.
Usos. Okay, my bad.
Are you talking
They would
about?
have been a good team. Give me something. They don't have a good storyline.
But you also have to remember that some of these teams were thrown together anyway. They wasn't even real teams.
True.
They just ain't had nothing else to
That's
do.
what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. It's you don't have established tag teams like when we had in the late 80s and the 90s. You had
like a plethora of them.
Demolition. You had the Hart Foundation. You had the what else you had? You had the Money Inc. You had the Road Warriors. You
Killer
had
Bees, Road Warriors, Hart Foundation,
yes.
Midnight Express,
the
Rockers,
you had the Rockers. You had
Because, like,
established
you know,
tag teams that what they did was do tag team wrestling. Where,
Right.
like you say, now, like you have a lot of thrown together teams now where you could have longest reigning tag teams because really no one there to challenge them in the ways they did when even in the 90s. Look at the Edge era. You had Edge and Chris. You had the New Age Outlaws. You had the Un-Americans. You had
the Un-Americans. Oh my God.
That was
he just hit a pipe bomb with that one, bro.
Yeah,
Americans, right to censor.
Right to censor. You had such a plethora.
But the thing about Right to Censor, they wasn't they became a faction. They wasn't a tag team originally. They became a faction.
They held the titles at one time.
They did.
That's facts.
If that's the case,
all right, hold on, because this is more than usual. So we got to keep the chaos. First of all, shout out to Kirsten. How you doing? Miss Chrissy? Good to see you.
How you doing?
Good to see you. All right, DJ, little DJ. What was you saying?
Nah, I said one of the Un-Americans a faction with Lance Storm and
Christian.
Yeah, Christian and it was somebody else too.
It was Lance Storm, Christian, Test, and William Regal.
Exactly.
It was 3 Canadians and a British guy. So
very easily forgettable.
That's pretty much what is it? The League of
Nations.
League of Nations.
Yeah. What was that? The League of Nations. That was Sheamus. Alberto Del Rio,
Wade Barrett.
Yeah, Wade Barrett.
And Miller.
The fact that y'all are going through these tag teams and a lot of them kind of hung around about the point the Usos came around, which is going to help drive my point later on today.
I know what you're about to say now. Go ahead and get it out, man.
No. Relax. So we got, because we're going to do this in order. We got, So we went over the introduction. We did a couple facts about each team. Here's the first question: which is more respected, born in or fought for? Now, I know some people are going to, I'm going to start and then I'm going to moderate the rest of y'all crazy people. I think it's more respect, and I'm not taking nothing away from the bloodline because you still had to get your butts up there. But I respect it more for the New Day because they had to fight for that respect. They had to fight because these was 3 guys that was like getting constantly on the losing spree. Not getting wins, and Xavier had the mind state of going, yo, you know what? We are 3 talented black guys. Let's do something different. And the original plan is what Naeem said was the evangelist and the power movement. It was supposed to be like the new version of the Nation of Domination, but then VKM got his hands on it, and that's when you see them choir clapping, and which was corny as all hell. And I was insulted as a black man and as a Christian. So I was insulted. For whatever reason, Vince McMahon likes to make fun of people of religion. Shawn Michaels versus God. I'm just gonna put that out there. No, God as his tag team partner. I'm sorry, it was Shawn Michaels and God as his tag team partner. But no, they fought for it, and Xavier Woods said in a documentary interview that they did, he told Vince, "Let us do it this way, and if it don't work, then you can fire us." And they were not supposed to get over. They were not supposed to be cheered for. And if anybody knows anything about VKM, he hates when heels get cheered for. Because heels are not supposed to get over in a way that a face does. But they got over. And yes, the unicorns and the costumes and the bootios, it got them so over, it was ridiculous. And I loved every minute of it. Was it, sometimes a little homophobic? Probably. Yeah. But I respected those three guys. Hold on, Daniel. I respected those three men for what they did, because not only did they elevate themselves, they elevated. I won't say elevated. They elevated themselves, but they also gave other brown colored boys and girls hope. Like, these three cats can do it. I can do it too. So why not push for it? Now, as far as the Usos go, I respect them. It is a bloodline. It is a heritage. And I think when you come from that type of lineage, you have a lot to live up to. And I think when they first came in, they were not getting that respect. They tried to do it the VKM way. They tried to do it, repping their heritage with the face paint and the battle cries and the battle dances and so forth and so on. To me, Usos didn't break out until they did that Uso Penitentiary.
Right.
When they did that Uso Penitentiary, that's when they broke out. And I did get a little Briscoe brother vibe from it. I did get the Briscoe brother vibe from it just a little bit, and what I mean by that is just the raw and the seriousness and how I am thy brother's keeper, like how the Briscoes carry. So now you got twins who are actually holding each other down. Like, we blood in, blood out. And no, I'm not. There's no pun intended on the bloodline thing, but now here they are. And now you're gonna notice us. We're gonna make you notice us. Because every time you step in the ring, welcome to the Uso Penitentiary. It's lockdown time. And when you're going against the New Day with that type of energy, the New Day is going to match the energy. And then you got 5 guys, essentially, who are ring technicians and can put on matches. And it's going to keep you entertained, and they can tell stories in their matches. So it keeps you on the edge of your seat. So, but at the end of the day, I'm going to give it to the New Day for the respect of being fought for versus born into. Naeem.
Well, thank you, sir. I appreciate you deferring over this way. I'm going to go with Born In. And this is the reason why I'm going to go with Born In. First of all, just because you have a family lineage that's in something doesn't guarantee you success. We've seen plenty of people trying to follow up after their elders prior to them or their predecessors and flopped.
Natalia Neihart.
No, Natalia, she did it pretty well. I won't say she flopped. Let's take Ted DiBiase for example. Junior.
He's in the feds now. But go ahead.
Yes, flop. There was some other names. We won't get none. Flop.
Davey Boy Smith Jr.
Flop. Anyway, nonetheless, the Usos were not, and I do have to make a slight correction. They were trained by their uncle. Their father didn't even want them in the business. They got trained by Umaga. Just get into the business. And once they got there, it wasn't guaranteed they was going to have success. They came in, they was bright faced, and they was rosy, and they was smiling, and they was rocking with Tamina. And yes, they jumped the Fake Heart Foundation at the time, whatever. And that's how they got to put on the mat. Now, I will not say they popped during Uso Penitentiary, but I will say that took them to the next level because they did win Tag Team Championship gold as their face painted heritage selves and they just didn't hold on to it very long. Because again,
they was transition champions.
Transition. It was going back and forth. Nonetheless, as you said, once they did that USO penitentiary thing, and I feel like that was a player when their father turned heel and he went bad and he had the leather 2-piece joints on and he was walking around with the attitude.
Did it for the Rock.
Right. He did it for the Rock. They followed up with that same type of mentality.
I'm sorry. Hold on. I'm sorry.
Yes, he did it for the Rock.
Brian, you actually beat Dan to saying that. Dan says that religiously. No matter what's going on, he'll just bust out, I did it for the Rock. And when I was waiting for him to say it, but you did it.
Did it for the Rock.
I ain't gonna front. When Rikishi had his 2-piece leather joints on, I wanted to buy one of them joints. The joints was hard because I got tired of seeing his cheeks out and him putting his butt in people's face.
Them joints was hard and hot. Them joints was hot. You can't be that fat wearing that much cow out on your body.
You ain't never seen him sweating when he came down that. He walked down that ring. He was cool.
No, because he was already dripping in water.
He took the joint and threw it back. But nonetheless, not taking away from what the New Day had to do. Yes, they came in, they formed a faction. Although I like to actually think they rode off Kofi Kingston's coattails because Kofi Kingston had success. Hi, Mrs. Gross, we're behaving. I promise you we are. Kofi Kingston had success. He gathered around the other two, being friends with it in catering, watching them suffer, and said, all right, let's do something together. And yes,
it was Xavier that brought them together. It was Xavier.
Okay, he brought it to him, but guess what? Kofi didn't need them.
No, he did because Kofi was on a losing streak. Kofi was on a losing streak, yo.
Everybody gets on a streak, but he could have rolled on without him. He had enough.
Yeah, his losing streak was almost 2 years.
He didn't need him. He could have rolled on without him. Nonetheless, they brought this little churchy thing in there, which was cool, I guess, because Devon tried it. He tried to be a pastor. That didn't work. So then now here they come. They wanted to be a little choir. They had the little Kurt Franklin thing going on for a little while. Then they started doing unicorn sex type stuff, and they popped off. So, granted,
unicorn sex? What are you talking?
Granted, they became successful, and I tip my hat off to them. However, Born In, I'm going to go with the Usos.
All right. DJ Junior.
Man, I gotta go with Born In. I ain't gonna lie, because Born In, you got more more respected for real. Because Born In, and I ain't like how you did my favorite wrestler at the time, like that. That was my favorite wrestler.
You need to pick better role model, sir. He said Ted DiBiase. He said Ted DiBiase was his favorite wrestler.
Yes,
your favorite wrestler is now sitting in a federal penitentiary for investment from a Christian organization. Okay,
Junior.
It was Junior at the time.
Oh my God.
Wow. Everybody you picked him. He was standing next to Randy.
Cody was better than him at that time.
Gotta work harder.
Dan Senior, I blame you. Dan Senior.
Yeah. Yep. I think Manu was a better legacy member than Ted DiBiase.
Right.
Yeah, but all seriousness, Born In, because you got you got a way more experience in the ring than most people who fought for it stuff. If that makes
Brian,
sense.
It don't. But I get what you're saying. Go ahead, Brian.
I'm gonna have to, against my better judgment, I'm actually gonna have to go with Born In. The reason why I say Born In has nothing to do with the Usos. Sometimes being born in, your greatness is thrust on you when you're born in. As we just mentioned, we had all these people who came in with famous last names here. Ted DiBiase Jr. You had Curtis Axel, whose father was probably one of the greatest in-ring technicians ever. You had David Flair. You had all these born-in people who, because of who they were, they expected them to either flop or be great. You can look at Ava. Look at The Rock's daughter. she went from being an in-ring competitor to now just being a GM. But everybody, I remember when Ava first debuted, they wanted her to fight Charlotte off the break.
Nope.
For what? Charlotte would have embarrassed her. Granted, I'm not a big Charlotte fan, but that's a whole nother.
That's a whole nother conversation. But you're right.
You know what? You know what, Brandon? I'm Brian. I'm sorry. I'm gonna say this. The reason why they wanted her to fight Charlotte was try to recreate the rivalry that Charlotte had with Natalia. Because once again, you had a Flair versus a Hart.
Exactly.
So that's what that was. But there was no beef between the Flairs and the Rock's family. So it didn't make sense anyway.
Yeah, I just feel with the Usos, they came in, people already knew who they were. People knew who their father were. And not even just who they knew they was part of the Anoa'i family. So again, they had all this. So I think for them, a lot of pressure was on them to be great. They had no other options. They couldn't come in and just be mediocre. Again, they tried it with the Heritage. Again, like now I say, they won a title. It was paper champions. Just to see what, I guess when they won the titles, they wanted to gauge the crowd to see how they will react seeing the Usos as champions. But even, like I say, with them being born in, everybody, you see it when Solo Sikoa first debuted in NXT, the crowd refused to call him Solo. They started yelling Uso at him.
Mm-hmm.
You have to, being born in carries so much weight, so much is thrust on you because they immediately, especially if you come from, again, a great lineage. Can you imagine if Stone Cold Steve Austin's son shows up and doesn't do a stunner? How people will react to that? If you got Sting's sons now want to be wrestlers, I guarantee you once they start wrestling, everybody's going to want them to do the face paint. They're going to want them to do the Sting of Death drop. So when you're born in, us, as marks or smarks, however you want to call it, we already expect that person to be a carbon copy of the person that came before them. And I commend the Usos for one trying the Heritage way, but then like now I said when they did that Uso penitentiary with the sprinkle, I didn't catch the Briscoe brothers thing till you said it. I see it now, but when they sprinkled with the sprinkle of Briscoe brothers, that's when they truly became their own. They wasn't just Rikishi's kids.
Sons, right.
Yeah, they was legitimate athletes. They was legitimate. Even now with the bloodline, you really don't see them as Rikishi. As much as Rikishi trying to insert himself into the storyline. Exactly. You don't recognize it. I don't even think they say it much now on commentary of them being Rikishi's kids. They're their own men now. So I think
they're more Roman cousins than Rikishi kids.
Right.
Yeah, but they'll mention it if Jay is about to do that corner hip toss, hip thrust.
It looks more vicious from him than his dad when he did.
Well, but they'll say, oh, he's paying homage. Right, but they'll say oh, he's paying homage to his Hall of Fame father Rikishi. But that's about it. Like they really don't mention them as being his kids anymore. Like you said, it's little tidbits here and there. So
yeah. So yeah, I again, I respect the New Day because as you said, they took the proverbial brass ring and ran with it. I mean, if it wasn't for the New Day, I honestly don't believe we would have seen Kofi and Big E as WWE champions. I agree with you. I really don't think that would have happened if it wasn't for the New Day. I honestly think that if it wasn't for the New Day, Kofi, Big E, and
Xavier.
I'm about to call him Apollo Creed again. But again, they probably be in TNA. 10 years, we wouldn't be talking about them 10 years from now. But I think New Day has contributed a lot to the, but yeah, being born in, I think you have a bigger hill to climb being born in than you do fighting for it. Because fighting for it, that's what you do in this business anyway. Being born into it is thrust on you. So.
Before you move on to Dan, just kind of piggyback on what he said, and I agree. When you're born in, it's an expectation automatically put on you to succeed. Versus if you're fighting for it, you're basically raw clay that you can go either way. You don't have that big of an expectation on your back. You just whatever you get is because you earned it. Whereas you got these people over here, they're already going to start you here, and they're going to start chipping away if you don't live up to the hype. So I think it's more pressure when you're born in versus you're trying to scratch and claw and earn it. Because if you earn it, you get what you get. I put in the work,
Right.
I got what I got out of it.
Right. Right.
Daniel.
Oh man, I'm actually kind of divided now. I'm hearing everybody's side of the story. I'm kind of divided. When it comes to born in, you can pretty much think of like Nat Natalia and Tamina Snooker. Everybody wanted them to take off due to who they were related to, but it just didn't work out to the way that the expectations of them coming in. As far as Fort 4, I understand how everybody loves the New Day. In my personal opinion, I would say that if it wasn't for Xavier Woods, they wouldn't have been the success they were. Because Xavier Woods was pretty much like the brain. He was the architect of that whole situation. And he bet on himself and bet on his people. Like what you said earlier, Kevin, I do like the fact that it's more brown people they represented for us. But at the same time, I still fall over to the Usos when you're born in it. Just because you got that name does not mean you're going to be successful. Like Michael Jordan's son. Right now, we got a situation with Mark Henry's son about to sign to the WWE. Everybody
LeBron.
Like LeBron.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
I ain't on him.
Just because you got that name does not mean you're going to be successful. I think they fought their way up. Like watching the
name
Usos
don't mean you're going to be a beast.
Right, watching the Usos, they was the beginning of the show for like 4 or 5 years on WrestleManias. You wanted to watch the main event, the pre-show before the match. Once the show came on, you didn't want to watch it no more because the Usos took all your energy out during the tag team match. You were busy cheering for them. By the time the matches actually started, you was forced. You had to go get something to drink, and you missed the first 2 matches in line. They drew the avenue of people there, and then when the New Day came in, it was like, all right, well, the Usos got the adults. The New Day is gonna bring the kids in, and the kids are gonna bring the money. The money is gonna bring parents. It's revenue. Mr. McMahon was like, I want to keep y'all. Yeah, I said, I want to keep y'all as doing this. Since y'all making this amount of money for me, you bring them in different outlets. Because now what? They in Gears of War. They in video games now, Street Fighter cartoons, everything. And now because of that, you got people like Zelina Vega doing anime, going to win the cosplay costumes in Germany.
Not just that, but you also got New Day with the new TMT cartoon that's jumping off. So they part of that.
I salute them because they gave people outlets who couldn't be home all the time. You gave them outlets. You know, being on that road constantly, you start to miss your family, then you decide not to do it anymore. You gave everybody backstage an outlet to talk to each other and have fun. Play your games, do your little shows, do all this stuff like that. On the other hand, you got the Usos who's, look, the family's messed up at the moment, but we're still family. I'm gonna let you know, this is who I am. This is who I'm gonna be forever. Even though I'm not here with you right now, I'm still family. I'm gonna hold this name up for as long as I can. And when I finally leave this platform, you cannot say I didn't do it on my own. Regardless if my father is who he is or my cousin is who he is, I am an individual standout. And I think that's what they wanted to do. Because when they cut their promo, you know what? That's further down the line. Go ahead, Kevin.
All right. So the next topic, the next question part of this topic, pardon me, is going to be, and we kind of touched on it a little while ago, representation. This is going to be hard. Who is better? Who's getting representation better? And I was going to start with you, Brian. Anyway, so go ahead, Brian.
You got to give it to the New Day. as I just said, if it wasn't for the New Day, you wouldn't see Kofi and Big E as WWE champions.
Hold on. Before you continue, I'm sorry. Chris is put in the chat. Born in folks. Do born in folks get more assistance with alliances versus folks who are not fighting on their own? Now, for people that are watching, please keep in mind Chris is not a wrestling fan. She does not follow wrestling, so that's why she's asking this question.
Yes.
It depends. Yes and no. It depends because like the Usos wind up getting assistance down the line because of their cousin and because of their name, their cousin being Roman Reigns, who is like the hottest person in all of professional wrestling right now. But like the other names that we named, like Cody Rhodes didn't get the assistance. Cody Rhodes had to go out and bust his ass to get his name to where it is now. Ted DiBiase Jr., flop. They got rid of him. Curtis Axel, who was British Bulldog's son, flop. Got rid of him. Mr. Perfect son, sorry. Davey Boy Smith Jr., who was another one. That's British Bulldog's son. He was all right, but they want to get rid of him. There's very few people who, and with the lineage, hang in there. The Rock was another exception to the rule because once he found out his niche, it worked for him. He was getting booed. He was like, so you want to boo me? I'm going to give you a reason to boo me. So for some people, they do get the alliance because of who they are. And the folks that are not, they are fighting. They are completely fighting from day one to get the recognition, to get on TV, to get matches, and to push what they're trying to do. And to get their name as a household name. Go ahead, Danny. So we can let Brian finish.
Before you finish, I just want to ask you a question because when you talk about born in and you talk about alliances and privileges, nobody has mentioned Randy Orton. Randy Orton's name made him famous, but he wasn't.
But Randy Orton was this close to getting fired.
Right. He didn't succeed. Somebody took notice on him and helped him out.
Right. That's the alliance. That's the alliance I'm referring to because if it wasn't for Triple H and if it wasn't for Ric Flair, we wouldn't know Randy Orton as we know him now, and Dave Bautista wouldn't be with Marvel. Let's call it what it is.
Yeah.
We would never got drafted.
Right.
But I got offended from you, Kevin. I really did just now, bro. Because
I offended you. I gotta hear this.
You did. I'm a day one fan. But you said that Roman made the Usos.
Not true.
No, I didn't say that. I said later once the full blown alliance happened.
He got help from his cousin.
But
down the line.
We wouldn't have known Roman if it wasn't for 17.
That's true.
Right. We wouldn't have known Daniel Bryan if it wasn't for the Nexus. I don't know what he got to do with it, but he popped in my brain.
Thank you, but you didn't have to put me out there like that.
Curtis Axel was in that too. If it wasn't for Roman's cousin, he wouldn't have made 4 years with them belts.
In all actuality, the Usos gave Roman swag because Roman didn't have that type of swag. Nobody was looking at swag like that.
If you break Roman down,
Paul Heyman gave Roman his swag, yo.
No, Paul Heyman gave Roman his words.
Yeah.
He gave Roman his voice.
All right, but let's get back to the representation question. Go ahead, Brian.
I mean, like I said, I believe the New Day is doing much better as a total of representation. As you stated before, it's not, and it's not just for African American male and females. They're doing it for the whole blurred community. They coming out just like Dragon Ball Z. They're doing crossovers with Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. They're doing things that when we was watching wrestling, honestly, as great as the Attitude Era was, you didn't see the crossover. You didn't get much crossover appeal as you getting right now. You may have seen them on shows here. You may have seen them on shows here and there. But
yeah, like
you didn't see. Let's talk about that the better.
Hold on, I didn't hear you. What did he say?
Thunder and Paradise.
Yeah, like
all right, hold on, one at a time. Danny, what did you say?
He's talking about Thunder in Paradise.
Okay, moving on.
That's why you're here.
We're not talking about that. No, we're not. There was a reason why I was not meant to hear that.
Yeah, but with the New Day, like I say, with their representation, they represent across a broader board. Not even, and again, I'm not taking away from the Usos, because with the Usos, even with in conjunction with the New Day, we had that infamous rap battle. They brought Wale in and the WWE. It was funny. It was hilarious. But they did the whole rap battle. Again, for some people, that was new to them. Some people seeing something like that, seeing a rap that battle in general was new to them. Unless you're outside Cena fan. But I think the New Day, just as a broader representation, I'm quite sure all of us sitting here watching and those watching at home saw the video of Shad and MVP crying when Kofi finally won his WWE. And I'm quite sure it probably was other little boys that looked like us who probably was told you couldn't do this, you can't do that. Saw somebody win a title that 20, 30 years ago was impossible to do. Granted, we don't count Rock never counted himself as a African American champion. But I think the New Day just in the broader aspect of crossover appeal, making people aware of things outside of just wrestling, I think the New Day has done a tremendous job with doing that. Kevin, you just said you got a box of cereal called Bootios. Who in their right mind box of cereal called Bootios?
This guy right here.
I had a box too. And my wife looked at me like I was 6th grade crazy. She's like, why? Like, she thought it was. But I think the New Day has done a tremendous job as representation, as again, not just for the African American community, but for the blur community in general. It's now like they got a whole video game channel now off of this. They're doing crossovers with Scooby-Doo, with Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and I'm not saying it's all on the New Day, but I think just them being who they are and being themselves helped a lot with that.
I'm gonna piggyback on that, Brian, because like you said, I think the New Day, and it's not nothing taken away from the Usos, because they do represent their heritage very well, but it's kind of one-sided with them. They been a New Day, like you said, the video game channel. You seen like the Usos on there. You seen Shayna Baszler. You wouldn't even think she played video games, but she do.
Right. Yeah, she's a Warhammer fan.
Right. So you got like the whole you got the whole locker room trying to be on up, down, down, because it's inclusive. Like nobody's not allowed to be part of it. And even when they had the podcast, everybody was a part of the podcast. So they've always been very inclusive, always been very open to representation, allowing not just to represent us, but like you said, the nerds, the people who get made fun of because they watch anime, the people like us at some point in time got joked because we were diehard wrestling fans. People who read comic books religiously, they represent them. What did you just grab? See, right. See, my title is in my drawer.
Hey,
see, you see what I'm saying? But at one point in time, when we were younger, come on now, we used to make belts out of cardboard. When we was wrestling in the, you know what I mean?
And sold them to the other kids.
Right. But we got made fun of that. But the New Day made it. The New Day made it inclusive and welcoming for people. Where I will give respect to the Usos for when they used to come out and they was in their battle cry, they was in their battle gear, and they would do the battle dance and so forth before they went to war. Go to matches, and there was them representing their heritage, their ancestors. But it's a little one-sided. Yeah, these brothers are married to some their sisters.
Oh my God, Team Ebony.
They married to some fine sisters. Which also makes me wonder, why didn't they marry inside their own race?
Do you see the wives they got? Do you see the women they got?
All three, even Solo. Soul's
Right.
wife was good.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
It's not a question as to why. Do you see Naomi? Let's keep 100.
I mean, have you seen Jay's
I
wife?
can't wait for you to come home. You can't.
They did it for The Rock.
All right. So I said my 2 cents. Go ahead, Dan Jr.
Man, reputation. I gotta go. Yeah, because to pick you off what Brian said, he was like, "Dad, up, down, down. Everybody want to join." Well, that was you. I don't know.
It was both of us.
Get that everybody from the locker room, but yeah, the USO just rep family for family.
Okay, are you near a fan?
Huh?
A fan.
You know what?
A fan.
A fan of what?
Are you near the air conditioning?
Nah.
Are you sitting by the vents?
Whoa. Don't do apples like that. Don't do apples like that. I want my MacBook.
No, the reason why I'm asking because you're going in and out. That's why I'm asking. Every time you talk, you sound like your dad, but your dad just got a broke phone. But
what the fuck?
That's what you said, yo. I'm going off what you said.
I said a great phone.
Like,
great. Nobody said it was broke. Don't do me like this.
You said great.
Sir, go to bed. You punished.
So what you had a Maple? What you had a Maple?
I got Maple.
Maple.
You'll get he got the Bianca Belair Cricket Wireless network.
He said no, but you still use it though. Hey, look,
Lord.
I can't even speak.
Yo, go ahead, nah.
Representation, I am probably going to have to agree with the majority. Although, as you said, the Usos came in, they represented their heritage. Great. I think that was the first time since, I guess, Peter Maivia days where I seen people actually go in that deep when it came to the island heritage type of thing. So I respected that part from the Usos, but for representation as Black folks, although I didn't quite agree with how they started, I do have to give New Day the nod for the representation. They definitely brought a aspect and another audience when it came to Black folks, Black men, and you can be something other than the menacing Black guy or the guy from the street or the guy from jail, the ex-con or the power or the monster. He was Big E, biggest dude out of the three, was the most happiest, jovial out of all three of them, and I'm just saying, like he didn't come off. He didn't have to be the monster. He didn't have to be the meathead. He didn't have to be the muscle of the group. He was on the same level as the other two, and they tapped.
Not to mention, he also introduced your favorite phrase,
meat slapping. Of course, he brought in meat slapping. You can't. How you not like the guy? He invented meat slapping. I use it daily. I do it all the time.
I gotta go do it today.
And not only that, yes, they brought in the gaming aspect. They changed the culture in the locker room, because before people was going to the bar, they was going out getting drunk, they was going out getting high, probably shortening their careers and their lives. Now you got something else you can do while you're on the road. And granted, it rubbed some of the old heads the wrong way because they felt like you wasn't being focused and you wasn't doing what you're supposed to do on the side in the K-Fab type of world. But still, again, if this person ain't playing games right now, he probably at the bar somewhere. Or if he ain't playing games right now, he probably getting high somewhere. So they gave them something else to do. And again, that brought in another audience. And yes, you see people on their channel and you see other faces, the people like Shayna Baszler, somebody who's supposed to be a bad guy, hanging out with the good guys, and they're all playing video games together. We all know they cool with each other anyway. So the hell with kayfabe. We might as well just go ahead and say we kick it after work like normal coworkers do. So for that, I give them the nod for representation.
All right, go ahead, Danny.
As far as that, I would I'm going to have to slide it over to the New Day just because of the fact
Slide
that
to the left.
just this one time though. I'm still day one. Sorry about that. But
Just this once.
just this once. I got to give it to them. But let's not forget the fact that they brought fashion to it. There's always been a comparison between them and the Young Bucks. Who was the first one to start bringing in the tennis shoes and the Jordans? Even though Cena has done it.
I was giving that to Roman. Roman had the Jordans.
Yeah, Cena had the Reebok pumps. I don't know where he found them at, but he had the Reebok pumps. Huh? I don't know if it was his.
Cena had the pump. Kofi Kingston and them, they bought out the Jeremy Scott shoes that were like $300 a pop. They bought out the Adidas. I think one of them has a shoe line with Adidas now. And let's not forget, people who don't even wrestle no more are still doing this show with Xavier Woods. Like Tyler Breeze is still around.
Yeah. He's not even with the company no more.
He's not even with the company anymore.
He's in this year's game. He's in this year's game, yo. He's not even with the company.
That is crazy.
The up, down the other day is him and Fandango and somebody else. I'm like, bro, these dudes have been wrestling in WWE since I was light skinned. And I'm like, what is going on?
Danny.
Yo.
I hate to tell you. You ain't never been light skinned, yo. Ever.
You are my son. You supposed to have my back.
I'm dark skinned.
You supposed to be my day one. See, this day one shit don't work.
I am, but I'm gonna keep it 100 with you all the time.
That's day one. Your day one's keep it 100 with you.
You can be 99 sometimes.
Nah. I'll be right back.
Everybody got to show off their belt. Okay, I swear, I gotta get my life together.
Oh,
yo, put that wax spinner belt back.
I've been paying bills. I gotta actually go spend money on some frivolous things.
Look, this was me saving for a very long time.
Yeah, even the young ain't got a belt. I'm slipping.
This is getting real, bro.
I feel like Drew McIntyre. I need to go get a championship. Right.
Well, he had him. No, Drew had him. He just keep losing. He keep losing.
I won it in front of fans. I mean,
I'm about to be like Daniel Bryan. I'm coming in with my cardboard joint.
Oh, he did have a little cardboard.
Not the
eco-friendly title. The eco-friendly title.
Eco-friendly title. Yes.
You know what? I'm gonna hold this right here for a little bit. I'm gonna hold this for a little bit because John Cena retirement tour is gonna be starting soon. So.
The baby spinner.
$1 million man.
Where's the $1 million belt at? It shouldn't be like $5 now.
No, it's not. That joint still costs money.
$1 million in one.
Dang. What about a hardcore? I can make a hardcore title.
What are you the champ of? What are you the champ of?
I guess they're the champ.
My life. I'm the champ of my life.
I can't say I'm a champ of. We PG-13.
Oh Lord.
Food stamps champion.
Yeah, remember we got under 18s. We got under 18s on here.
No, he all right.
No. You're not gonna make us part of the Casper culture because you don't care about your kid. Look. Naeem, I think this is for you, sir.
Slap me.
I am the champion for that. I am definitely the champion for that. But that's another subject.
Shout out to Miss Voorhees. Welcome back. Oh, hi.
I'm the people's champ. I don't need a belt.
All right, so we did representation. All right, I know this is going to get crazy. I'm almost afraid to ask this question. Yes.
Won't the New Day supposed to be something?
You gonna throw it in my face though, Dan? Though, really?
Hold on, what?
What'd you say, little Dan?
I'm saying, won't the New Day supposed to be heels though?
In the beginning, yes, they were supposed to be heels, but because they were so funny when they started doing like the whoo and all the other little stuff that was supposed to get under people's skins, the fans loved it and they started cheering for them. They started getting popped instead of getting booed.
Yeah.
And when that happens, you gotta kind of move with the movement.
Yeah,
So VKM, being who he is or who he was, because he's not the guy no more, he was against it, but he saw dollar signs at the end of the road. So if they cheering for them, let's do what they want to do and see what happens. And they made millions off of New Day. New Day made millions. They had some of the highest selling merch revenue at one point.
So,
just as a side note, real quick, we were talking about Roman Reigns early in the show, and I just thought about merchandise and revenue. Saturday, the night of the PLE SummerSlam, Roman Reigns sold $800 million worth of merchandise in an hour.
That's a lot of food stamps.
No, sorry, in 2 hours.
Yeah.
His custom belts, sold out in an hour, and one of the belts was like $600 or something stupid like that.
They $650.
Huh?
They $650.
Yeah, sold out in an hour. So that's a needle mover. All right, so back to the merchandise thing triggered that. I want to say something earlier.
It's a lot of people using Afterpay.
So Danny, there's a question directed towards you.
What belt? Oh, this is the $1 million belt held by the late. Well, he's not late because he's still early.
He's still right. He's still alive.
You could have killed Ted DiBiase, bro.
Ted DiBiase. No. His son, different story. By him in the 80s, he won it and also got it custom made for him and was also carried by his butler Virgil. I just don't have to know Virgil personally. I got it as a gift for Christmas and I have never let it down since. It has been with me to WrestleMania 40 and it'll probably go with me again to another pay-per-view. I'm not going to tell my son right now which one it is because he's right there.
And
y'all going to Vegas.
Cameron Constant.
You think I got that much money?
Yeah.
Yeah, Cameron Grimes held it. LA Knight has held it.
Yeah.
Steve Austin has held it.
The ringmaster.
Yeah, the ringmaster. The ringmaster. I still feel like the $1 million belt was like one of the most worthless belts ever.
Now it's going to the moon.
All right, so we gonna get back on track here, people, because we got to work in the morning. Before y'all answer this question, please think about your answer.
All right.
Okay. What is the most epic? Now, this does not have to be New Day versus Usos. It can be New Day versus anybody or Usos versus anybody, or you can pick a match with them. But in your opinion, what was the most epic match with these 5 men? These 5 men have been involved.
That's easy. That's a no-brainer.
I'm right here.
Hell in a Cell.
Yeah, I was.
Hold on. I ain't calling nobody. I said give it a minute.
I didn't have to think about it.
Give it a minute.
I didn't think about it.
You know what? Lord Dan, you go ahead because you're the only one that haven't gone first yet. So you go ahead.
Like I said, Hell in a Cell, like 17. I think Kofi ain't fight that one. It was Xavier Woods and Biggie versus the Usos. I mean, I don't even know who won. I just know it was an epic match.
Oh, you know who won. You just don't want to admit it.
The Usos. They beat the brakes off of Xavier.
I ain't say the brakes, but yeah, it beats by Drake.
They crucified that man and kindled him to death.
The Usos with Kendrick Lamar and the New Day with Drake. That's a perfect description.
Yeah, but that's one of the best. That's epic.
New Day.
That's probably that's up there with the Road Warrior scaffold matches they used to have with like the Pals of Pain or something like that.
I don't even know how those matches was legally able to be done. I don't even know how those matches was even legally binding. You fighting on a scaffold, like Like as a kid, I was like, I'm about to witness homicide on TV for the first time because you saw somebody was going to die. Like,
Yeah. When they threw the firebomb in Animal Face, I thought he was gonna fall off, bro.
Yes, sir.
I thought he was gonna fall. And I'm like 3 years old, like somebody's about to die. I can't explain it to nobody else in my family, but yeah. NWA was something different.
So, Naeem, you are going with the Hell in a Cell match?
I'm definitely going with the Hell in a Cell. Matter of fact, when we get done with this, I'm actually going to go ahead and pull that up and watch that again. That's probably one of my all-time favorite tag team matches, not just between them five, in tag team, period. That is probably one of my top matches.
I will say that Hell in a Cell match reminded me of what Hell in a Cell matches was supposed to be.
Mm-hmm.
Like what was it? SummerSlam. It was SummerSlam 01. And the reason why I remember it was SummerSlam 01 because I actually went to it. The theme song was "Bodies Hit the Floor," and that's what that match was. It was bodies everywhere. Like, you know what it reminded me of? And it's a match that they no longer can talk about publicly in WWE. Royal Rumble 2000. No. Yeah, Royal Rumble 2000. It might have been after. No, I'm lying. Royal Rumble 2003. When Chris Benoit versus Kurt Angle for the WWE Championship. It got down to the point. Yeah. It got down to the point where, me personally, I didn't care who won. Because whoever got the pin deserved it. That match was an epic match. And that's what that Hell in a Cell match reminded me of.
The suplexes everywhere.
Everywhere.
Suplexes everywhere.
That was Suplex City before it was a thing.
Right.
Oh, hey, Brian, is that the wing belt?
Yes.
Going back to when you said the Usos got put on the map, honestly, I feel like if you had to have I got put on the map moment, it was that match for the Usos and New Day, actually. That match.
Yeah. Brian?
So, I'm going to play devil's advocate. Now, I like the Hell in a Cell match.
I do that from time to time on the show, so go ahead.
So, I'm going to go with the New Day versus Wyatt family. Battlegrounds.
Ooh.
It's the lead up to it was great. Like how they was mocking them, like them cosplaying as the Wyatts was
the best.
Yeah,
was hilarious.
That reminded me of The Rock.
Yeah. And with the Usos, I'm gonna go most recently where it was Jimmy and Jay versus Roman and the Civil War. I enjoyed that because it gave Roman his second ever pin in God knows how long, and it was by Jimmy. Or was it Jay? It was by one of them.
It was Jay.
Jay. And I think it also made Jay a made man.
Right. That. Yeah, because once he pinned Roman, he was considered to be that dude.
He was main event Jay. He was main event Jay after that. So I think. And again, those two together. And I'm going to throw another one in there. The Tag Team Elimination Chamber. With them in it.
They need more of those.
I agree.
Me personally, you know what I would love to see? And I think it's going to be fire if they do it. A Tag Team Money in the Bank match.
You know what? That would be aight. I can see that.
Can you imagine?
That is going to be chaotic as hell.
But I can see that.
It's fun to watch.
DIY in a ladder match.
And the Tonga twins, the Tonga brothers.
Street Profits.
Take my money now.
Tongans.
Somebody's going to die.
And Pretty Deadly. I know people don't really like them, but I like
Pretty Deadly's underrated. Pretty Deadly's underrated.
Yeah, they're very underrated.
I'm never going to buy their merchandise because I can't fit it, but I like Pretty Deadly.
They are submission technicians if you let them loose.
But didn't they do that? On my tweet.
And I do want to give a little honorable mention for Uso match because I know we're talking about the five, but the Usos versus and God rest his soul, Luke Harper and Eric Rowan. And I can't remember exactly what match
brothers. Yeah.
Yes.
Wasn't it on Monday Night Raw?
Yeah, I think it was. I know that was like that.
I think that's the one where Harper closed around him so hard like he bit his gums.
Yeah.
Mine will be Undisputed SmackDown.
Yeah.
New Day versus Usos.
Camera just off.
Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, we
Yes.
We can hear you.
All right. Yeah, my end is frozen for some reason. I do not want to.
You hypnotized the camera with that spinner belt.
Nah. All right. Oh crap! Hold on.
And you got the spinner belt. Where's spinner belt? Where's
That's
belt?
what happens when your network is connected to the Bootios network.
It is not connected to the Bootios network. Shut up. While I'm working on my camera, my match is also, like I said, the like y'all guys were saying, the Hell in a Cell match. But I want to go with the Usos WrestleMania 40 main event when they went against Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn.
Another good one.
That match was marvelous.
Let's be honest. They never really had a bad tag team match.
They don't. No matter who they in the ring with, they don't have bad matches.
Neither one of them. They both had great matches. Like you said, they're mat technicians.
Yeah, I think their timing is everything, especially when you're about to do that 1-2-3 count, and they jump in at that last second. That takes precision. You have to know your spot in the ring in order to do that.
I kind of feel like the Usos are great. The New Day is great, but you know how they say you always got to have that perfect dance partner, and for them, they are the perfect mesh for each other.
Absolutely.
They would be, what they call it, the yin to the yang.
Yeah.
Because if you think about it, I think the only thing that sets the New Day apart is that they have the free bird rule.
The free bird rule. That's it.
You can't really prepare for Xavier and Big E when it's going on to being Big E and Kofi.
Or Kofi and Xavier.
Yeah, you have that rule where it's like, dude, you have to. I think the New Day, the Usos, they pretty much accepted that rule. Dan, come out here with me.
Which makes the Usos even more better because they beat all versions of that clique.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. They beat every configuration of the New Day. Yeah.
Dan, come here. And I mean, because when you think about the people who had that New Day rule has been who? The Freebird has just been the Fabulous Freebirds. I think they should bring it back.
I don't know if you have another 3-man group other than the New Day since the Freebirds though. So
I mean, because Legacy.
I mean, you got them trio title things going on, which I think is like stupid.
You talking about Corny EW?
Yeah.
Now, if you brought House of Black over to WWE, I can see, the Freebird rule coming back into effect.
That's why I say they don't do it with the Judgment Day.
They could have. They definitely could have.
There we go.
Oh.
I was going to say, what happened to Lil Danny?
No, my phone died, so it's a good thing about he being in the house already, though.
Said your phone died?
Yeah, my grape died.
It's his grape died.
We behind.
Where did y'all get the title from? Hashtag asking for a friend.
WWEshop.com.
WWEshop.com. Oh, and by the way, WWEshop.com, send the check.
Cut the check.
Right.
Yeah.
You doing free advertisement up here. Yeah.
Cut the check.
Cut that check, y'all. But no, we all have our personal matches. And Danny, did you give yours?
No. Mine would be. You're gonna have to give me a minute. It will be the Shield versus Evolution. Fastlane. I think it was Fastlane.
Yeah.
We talking about with the Usos or the New Day.
Good match though, sir. Stay on task.
That was a dope match.
It was a dope match, but that has nothing to do with the.
But I see what
we're talking
because
about.
Roman is the Usos' cousin. He's still staying in the family, so I see where he's going with that.
Hey, you gotta give me my flowers.
No, I'm gonna give you petals.
SmackDown, I have the titles when they did November 11th, 2022, when it was New Day versus the Usos, when they was the day ones. That I think that match was their longest match ever. They went for almost an hour and a half.
Yeah, I remember that match. It was good from start to finish.
From start to finish, it reminded me of one of my favorite movies. You didn't know the movie was that long until the match is over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Infinity Endgame. It mattered just like that. When that movie was over, like the movie did it for 3 hours.
Nah, but that movie was good. I mean, that movie, Jesus Christ, I hate you. I don't hate you.
Iron Man.
Nah, but that movie. Keep saying movie. Yeah, I'm gonna hurt you. Match. Thank you, Brian. That match was a good match. Quite crazy though, too, when you think about it. Like if you go back and think about, Dan, I can't see you liking flowers, and that's from Chris Show.
I get that. My favorite plant is a Venus flytrap.
That's not a flower, yo. That's a plant.
Yeah. It just eats bugs. I'm sorry.
It eats.
I'm sorry.
This is PG. I'm gonna shut up.
Mm-hmm. Keep us up.
Moving on.
Hey,
Bring it back. Bring it back. Bring it back. Bring it back.
Team
Yeah.
Team Ebony. Oh Lord Jesus.
He's so good. I drink it weekly.
What? I don't even want to know. Nope.
Like that good
Nah,
old.
that's what was that? Was it Family Guy?
Oh, that's Cody Rhodes.
Cody Rhodes drink.
Cody Rhodes. He sponsors.
Oh yeah. That Wheatley vodka, that American made vodka. Yeah.
Disgusting behind vodka.
Yeah. First of all, I don't drink like that, but when I do, occasionally, if I do drink white liquor, it is vodka. But I'm no better in my life that you do not drink American made vodka.
Not at all.
Not at all. That's like drinking Russian tequila. It just
I don't
no
care.
such thing.
I don't care. Brandy Rose is holding that joint half naked. I'm not drinking it.
That's it. You're lying right there, buddy.
I am not lying.
I'm still his hat on.
What?
You gotta go.
Oh, what if she was half naked with a Steelers hat on?
What?
Yeah, Naeem. Yeah, answer that question, buddy.
Say that again.
If she was half naked wearing the Steelers hat with that bottle.
Gotta go. She still gotta go. Sorry.
She gotta go. Yeah, she gotta go. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
That joint is disgusting, sir. You don't drink, but
Okay.
Okay.
What if she was wearing nothing with the Steelers hat?
And I'd be a drunk somebody. Wheatleys, I'm drinking Wheatleys.
Yo, this is your friend. She said you'll drink it if Jill Scott was butt naked.
I would die of liver poisoning.
Jill Scott is bad. She a bad.
Yeah, Jill Scott is bad.
Exactly. That's not even a question. Like, what's wrong?
She was one of the women that got mad when she lost the weight.
Yeah, kind of like how we feel about
What,
Exactly.
Danny?
Nia Jax.
Whoa.
Right.
She started slimming down. And everybody like, wait a minute, pause, go back, get a burger for 3.
Yeah, she looks weird. Like, I get it. She's trying to be healthy and all, but nobody asked you for all that, lady.
Look, Chris said she's wearing a Steeler hat. Just for that, she gotta go.
That's what I'm saying.
Hey, Chris, what's the hostility? What's wrong? Who hurt you?
Right. If you haven't figured it out yet, he's a Steelers fan. So that's the only thing that he and I don't get along about.
Who hurt you people?
Nobody.
Oh, Naeem. I gotta send you this picture of these 49ers cheerleaders. And I sent them to our friend that's a 49ers fan, and he has yet to respond to me.
Just sounds like your team's is.
I'll send it in our chat, and you go like, "Oh, okay."
Yeah. I shall prepare myself.
Yes. All right. So we talked about the matches and all that beautiful stuff. Final thoughts, ladies and gentlemen. Or gentlemen, in this case, it's just gentlemen on here. But final thoughts.
New Day's better.
That's not a thought, but I guess it's a thought because it's a statement. Okay, Danny, Senior.
At the end
That's your son, by the way. He said that.
Huh?
Your son said that out loud, by the way. That's your child.
Yeah, I told you I went wrong somewhere.
I don't know where we're wrong at.
I give both teams their flowers. Both of them did a good representation of it. where they come from and who they are. Both of them actually stood on what they believed in and molded it to their own liking, to where it showed that they were who they are as individuals. The New Day, you're cool. You knew it is cool. I'll give you your props, but you're still cool. You're still not my favorite. It's always gonna be the day ones. I'm sorry.
Go drink me.
Naeem.
You already know I'm going with the USO, sir. I've been down since they arrived. I haven't deterred. I haven't wavered. I've been through all the transitions, through the Samoan chants, through the half Umaga face paint, through the haircuts and the dyes, through the street clothes, which was dope when they just had no music, just black clothes, white sneakers, and called it a day. Breaking people's ankles. They give American Alpha. You ain't seen them since. I'm going with the Usos. They put New Day over, and they're still rocking today, even though Jimmy's somewhere in hiatus. And on top of that, they're the only people I know who had like 30,000 DWIs and still managed to keep their job.
And finally get into Canada.
And get into Canada. They defied the odds. The Usos all day, every day.
They are bulletproof.
Bulletproof.
Right. Not saying that we condone DUIs and DWIs not by any stretch of imagination, but it is a testament to
Jimmy
when the Rock is your cousin.
Jeff Hardy, and that's saying a lot.
To when the Rock is your cousin.
And your boss.
But he wasn't the boss yet. Then he wasn't the boss yet. He was just a cousin.
Not to mention the fact their little brother is shining, based off of them.
Yeah,
Brian.
I have to give it to the New Day. Granted, my favorite tag team in WWE right now is neither one of them. I respect them both. I'm a DIY guy.
I can see that.
They give me Heart Foundation vibes.
I still look at them as individuals, though, but I can see that.
Yeah, but if I was to, I have to definitely give it to the New Day. As I stated before, just that overall representation of what they're doing outside of wrestling as a whole is great. And again, gave us two WWE champions out of Big E and Kofi, who technically Kofi wasn't. And I'm not taking away from Kofi's talent because he put himself there. He was given an opportunity with Mufasa getting injured, and he showed up and showed out where it was undeniably where they had to show him respect. But I think overall, what they have done for the culture, as far as wrestling, as far as the nerd culture, as far as just being who they are, God give it to the New Day. When it first started, they was given such a raw deal with, like you said, with the choir, with the crappy gimmicks, with the over exuberance of who they were, and they made it work. Again, bounce back to the Usos. They did it. Granted, we knew who they were, but again, it was thrust on them, so they had to show up. But again, we're getting probably one of the best, as they say, Shawn Michaels, Marty Jannetty, out of it with Jimmy and Jay. Jay is, Greg, he hasn't won a main event since he became main event Jay. But
are y'all calling Jimmy Marty Jannetty?
Yes.
It's not Jimmy's fault they didn't write him a good storyline. And before you say that, I'm sorry, because I'm Uso biased. I have to defend Jimmy. When Jimmy came back into the bloodline after leaving and coming back and then leaving and coming back.
Leaving again.
Once he came back, his comedy shtick of him being a hilarious bad guy was gold. They just didn't do nothing with it.
Now, and however, that promo they cut before WrestleMania,
my little brother.
But that's my favorite promo of him. That let me know that.
But honestly, the promo was better than the match.
But all right, I'm gonna wait. Go ahead. I'm gonna wait.
I guess because again, we're old school guys. When you hear brother versus brother, the first match I think of when I hear brothers versus brother, WrestleMania 10. That they set a Kevin. Why you look like you taking a high school singing post? I just like just the way you looking like.
But you're right. Bray Owens the first match you think about when you think about brother and brother. But then before you crucify Jimmy and Jay's
My
match,
background don't help.
Matt and Jeff match wasn't all that great either.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't. Again, it was like some. I guess the outside of Owen and Brett, the best brother versus brother I've seen so far is Edge and Christian. And they not or
The Undertaker and Kane, the fake
and
brothers.
Kane. Yeah.
You know why Brett and Owens match was good? Because I think Owen deep down really wanted to hurt Brett. I don't think the other brothers really wanted to hurt each other. I think Owen really wanted to whoop Brett's ass. That's why
I think he was having dungeon flashbacks at the time. Like
he really wanted Brett's spot. He really wanted that recognition. It wasn't fake. That wasn't.
I will stand on this. I will stand and die on this hill to this day over that match. I feel that with Owen beating Brett, he should have went on to beat Yoko for that belt later that night. I feel story-wise, he probably would have left WrestleMania 10 as probably the most over and most disgusted heel that night if he beat Brett and then later when Brett beat Yoko. But I digress. But yeah, I'm giving it to the New Day just because of their overall representation, over what they did for the culture of wrestling, for the nerd cons, for like you said, we're still seeing people on their YouTube show that hasn't been wrestling in the past year. And they may even still be on contract with WWE, but I like her. I like her.
Ilse sent out the wallet sizes.
Shots fired. Bullet Club.
You might as well get a wicker chair and sit in one of them little wicker chairs, son.
Anyway, I'm mad she came for me like that. So my final thoughts is these are two definite first ballot Hall of Famers when their careers are all said and done. New Day and the Usos has given us memorable matches that I know that even my son Damon, who watches, can remember those matches. And he was a huge Uso fan at one point. What?
And he should be.
Oh, calm down. So it's a shame how New Day is deteriorating storyline wise because it's bound to happen. Honestly, I don't think the New Day has really been the same since not even when Big E got hurt, when Big E lost the title.
Since Brock Lesnar killed all of them?
Yeah. New Day really hasn't been the same since. Not since you've been coming for people the whole show, sir. LOL. I haven't come for nobody. I might have came for you, but that's about it. Me and Danny going back and forth is what we do. That's part of our banter.
She said you ain't had to put her novice about wrestling out there. That's what she's still sore about.
Yeah, she is. She's talking about that.
I mean, she the one that told us she don't watch wrestling. So I still love her though. Still got love for you. Still my sister. But no, New Day. New Day will go down, like I said, as one of the greatest tag teams, second longest holders of the title. Usos being the first current, and they will always have that respect and final love from the fans. Yeah, you can throw your ones up. I have a down one, day one ish. I have a day one ish shirt somewhere in my room. So I felt like, man, if I'm thinking about, I got two Bloodline shirts. I got this one, the Usos day one, and I got the OTC shirt coming. Maybe I'm more Bloodline than what I like to admit.
And on top of that, the Usos is part of one of the best T-shirts covers you ever seen in your life. That joint with Roman and the Usos and the Paul Heyman, the best damn T-shirt graphics I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah. But at the end of the day, they're gonna be labeled two of the best to ever do it, and they have done everything possible for representation, not just for their culture but for all cultures. They have done what people before them had laid out the brickwork to do as far as tag team technicians and tag team work goes. They taking it to another level, and they're continuing to elevate it. And I do look forward to the day of a USO reunion, which I'm hoping is going to get closer to Survivor Series War Games when they do the Civil War match. So I'm definitely looking forward to that. It's just like I said, it's a shame that we're going to lose the New Day after 10 years of great tag team work with one another. Big E is probably never going to step foot in the wrestling ring again. Xavier Woods is about to part ways with them and do his own thing. And then we got Odyssey Jones rolling with Kofi. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens with the New Day from here on out. And I'm looking forward to Jimmy coming back to do his thing with Roman. And let's let me back up for a second here, sir. When you said when Jimmy was in, Jimmy was out, Jimmy was in, Jimmy was out. Slang, first of all, it's like an abusive relationship. That's one. Two,
it's the real definition of family. Family, some days you like them, some days you don't like them. Some days you hate them.
Dang, you ain't the only one, yo.
You put that issue on.
Calm down. What?
Is that what y'all be putting on your chicken wings?
No. Yeah.
Salt, pepper, ketchup.
Maybe.
Exactly.
Don't come for Baltimore, y'all. I'm talking about salt, pepper, ketchup, hot sauce, not chicken boxes. You ain't know what a chicken box was till you got down here. Calm down.
No. I just knew chicken went in the box when we went to the fast food place. I didn't know it actually had a name.
It's called a chicken box.
Jimmy got soul. Exactly. Jimmy had soul. Jimmy, it was funny. They need to stop coming at Jimmy. Stop calling that man the Marty Jannetty of the Usos. That man is way better than the Marty Jannetty. Jannetty got high. Jannetty was on drugs. Jannetty's life fell apart when he got kicked through that glass. Jimmy's still thriving.
So was Shawn Michaels.
But nobody cared about it. Shawn was money.
Shawn Michaels was picking fights with Marines in a bar, yeah?
Exactly, because if you got Diesel behind you, why would you not pick a fight in that
Diesel
bar?
wasn't with him that night. He was by himself.
You got family members who picks a fight and know they got backup coming. Everybody.
Not mine, because they know better. Don't pick a fight you can't win.
I know, because I'm like, I ain't coming. I'm going to eat that.
Now, you about to get jumped. It's something different. But
funny Jimmy, not, him and Roman telling me, I'm going to call the audible. I call the audible. Come on, man. That whole ride he had was hilarious.
No, it was funny. The only thing that made me mad with the whole Jimmy going back to the bloodline, like you left because you didn't want to be around Roman. You stopped your brother. Hold on. You stopped your brother. You literally stopped your brother from winning the title because you was like, I didn't want him to become like Roman. But then, hold on. No. Let me finish my thought, sir. But then, like a pregnant man, you gonna run it back.
Hold on. No. He stopped Jay from becoming the tribal chief because he didn't want Jay to turn out to be like Roman. And guess whose brother is actually acting like old Roman right now?
Solo.
Which means
because Solo was groomed to be. No, Jay would have never been like Roman, and you know it.
How do you know?
He would have been.
If you became the tribal chief, that power corrupts. How do you know? Corrupted Solo.
Solo built different. I'm gonna be honest with you. Jay ain't got that. Jay ain't got it in him to be like that.
Turned bad in the first place and started causing people to lose matches. Jay ain't got that in him.
Not like Solo.
Right hand man, Jay Uso. That was
Solo put the wise man through a table, yo. Jay would have never done that.
You talking about Jay that actually went and broke Chad Gable's leg?
That was Chad Gable. He deserves it. Anything that comes Chad Gable way, he deserves it.
He was injuring people when they first turned bad. You remember this, right? They were stepping on people's knees.
You picked the wrong person because I've never been a Chad Gable fan. Ever.
You should be right now. Chad Gable is awesome. He's very underrated.
No. I don't take nothing away from his in-ring ability. He's a hell of a wrestler. He needs a mouthpiece. His voice annoys me.
His voice annoying, but he don't need nobody to talk for him. He's actually a good talker. He's just annoying. His voice is annoying.
Shush, please.
Right. Like that whole shush they took, I was so mad. I'm
liking him with the Creed brothers though.
That was bound to happen. That was bound to happen.
Because you're getting sacrificed to the Y6 But I mean, either way,
It's the
hopefully,
White Six.
hopefully y'all
Speaking
ride the storm.
of the Wide Six, so I can't remember how many years ago it was. For those who don't know, the Monday after Survivor Series, Jesus, SummerSlam, WWE Raw was held here in Baltimore at the CFG Arena. I couldn't figure out why they waited to debut the Wyatt Six here, but 12 years ago, that's what it was. 12 years ago, almost to the day, Bray Wyatt and the Wyatt family debuted here in Baltimore when the arena was known as the Royal Farms Arena.
Chicken Box Arena.
So, the Chicken Box Arena. So, when I figured that out, I was like, it makes sense. That's them coming full circle and paying homage. Like, yeah, the Wyatt family was born here. Now the Wyatt Six is born here, and we paying homage to our brother.
Yeah, Baltimore, we breed crazy people.
And Baltimore breeds. Can we talk about the bodies? Like Seth Rollins was in University of Maryland. I know it's K-Fan, but they had to tell you something. Yo, he got hit with 6, and Danny was talking about somebody's going to get murdered at the show. Yo.
I actually rather enjoy Bronson Reed's sacrifice.
Bronson Reed is giving me Bam Bam Bigelow vibes.
Yeah,
heavy. No pun intended on the weight, but heavy.
That was like his hero when he grew up. He did an outfit tribute to him one time.
Yeah. He's definitely giving me Bam Bam. He just needs his own Luna Vachon, and he be.
He good. No, because that shit was crazy.
I think I lost count on how many splashes he did. It was like 7 or 8.
6. It was that. Michael Cole made sure to say it was a half a dozen tsunamis. Yeah.
But Seth is officially he's legitimately injured. So that was, I don't know what his injury is, but that was a way to write him out of the.
He just came back from injury.
He wasn't supposed to.
He just got cleared.
He wasn't supposed to come back.
He's legitimate. I read it somewhere on Twitter somewhere that X. He's legitimately injured, and that was a way to write him out for the next.
Well, the last part I knew, I read they said it was the way to write him off of TV. I didn't know why until you just said now. So,
but it was a good. You just killed him.
Yeah, it was a good sell. Like that man got hit
for Ricochet.
Ricochet got. He got lawn darted. He got lawn darted into the.
If Roman Reigns can come back from being flipped over in the ambulance, sir, you could have came back from that windshield situation.
Nah, but remember, he was remember what Kevin Nash threw Rey Mysterio into the sound truck. Yo, that's what he. That was that Ricochet. That's what that reminded me of. Yo,
I don't mean no harm. Ricochet is winning in life anyway. He has Samantha
Irvin. Jeez.
Hey, bro, that night at WrestleMania, at the Raw.
Don't. If you talking about that picture, we PG-13.
No.
Okay.
I'm talking about something.
Bro, Monday Night Raw, and I was like,
what?
It's going to be a different energy when you drive to the Baltimore Arena and you feel like energy. You're going to feel it. Once you get across 83, you're going to feel like you need to hit somebody. And
it's just the way they breathe.
He called me because he got mad at the pothole when he got angry. Like I told you, it happened automatically. You still in DC. But he was like, when he's seeing the matches, he was like, bro, you do get that kind of energy. Like, yo, you really do feel like you on defense as soon as you get in the city. Like, yeah. Seth Rollins wasn't on defense.
He was not. He was not.
So I do want to publicly say this, and hopefully somebody from WWE is listening, which I hope. Baltimore is deep rooted. I put this on our page, on my personal page. Baltimore is deep rooted in wrestling. Anybody that's been a wrestling fan should know this from the 80s, the 70s, the 90s on up. We done had more Great American Bashes here when WCW, NWA was around than any other city. We've had just countless memorable moments here. Ron Simmons became the first Black World Heavyweight Champion here.
Who's that?
God bless you, sir. That's history. That's history. That happened here. So please, WWE, stop sleeping on Baltimore. You know we got it. If you bring us a big PLE, we're gonna show up and show out. That's real talk. Give us a stadium PLE. I promise you. Raven Stadium, M&T Bank will sell out in a heartbeat if you give us a stadium PLE. I know we may have to wait a couple years, and that's fine, but bring it to us. I promise you, we got you. You know what our city do. And it's not just if you got DC, shit, I know you ain't talking. Where you live at right now, bro?
Pittsburgh.
No, he not. But yo, you live in a city where you can get carjacked after getting cats put in your mouth from the dentist, okay? So
you live in Jersey?
He used to.
I used to. All we did was respectable car thefts. That's all we did. We minded our business and stole cars. Baltimore steals people.
Jersey Drive. Mm-hmm.
The town you in now do both.
You talking about having a WrestleMania at Raven Stadium. Sir, stop it. They have to worry about the security of their wrestlers.
Yo, if Philly can have a WrestleMania, we can have a WrestleMania.
Fact.
Let's be honest. The only reason why Philly was so cold because they had that damn new moon coming in
the eclipse,
and bringing all that damn cold air. Other than that, it was like 80 degrees, but the wind make it feel like it was yesterday in Antarctica.
Well, it didn't help that y'all was sitting like right by the lights either.
When the sun was up, amazing. It was cool. But the minute the lights went down, it felt like you had a snowball in your back pocket, but wasn't no snow.
But that's my point. Like if Philly got one, we can get one. That's all I'm saying. Just give us one. Or it ain't gotta be WrestleMania. It could be a SummerSlam. You know, any major PLE. Hell, give us a secondary PLE to watch this.
We're gonna give y'all in your house.
I mean, we've had those.
We had those.
We had Extreme Rules. We had
No Mercy. We've had Backlash. We had No Mercy. We had In Your Houses. We've had a lot of B pay-per-views.
Money in the
when
Bank.
it was pay-per-views.
Raven Stadium, Money in the Bank.
That'd be crazy.
Raven Stadium, Money.
Nah, I would put SummerSlam Raven Stadium.
No,
Money in the Bank should be like in the.
You don't want to be that hot in Baltimore, bro. Trust me.
Nah, because Raven Stadium is not like Camden Yards. You catch all that heat. Any type of weather climate that goes inside that M&T Bank, you gonna catch. Because the way it's shaped, if it's windy, it's gonna be 20 times worse. So, but with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, we do appreciate y'all taking your time out once again to come and join us during our season 2 premiere. Dan and I have worked hard to get here, and we thank you guys for the love and support. Hold on, sir. I got you.
This is a small question. I'm sorry.
Yes, sir.
I know you're wrapping up, and I see the summary. Big words at the bottom of the screen says summary. But you didn't officially declare the Usos the winner of this battle. So I need you to do that before we wrap up, sir.
I was going to get to that, sir.
Okay, right. Carry on.
We're waiting.
So, in this particular first episode of the battle, the winner by unanimous decision is going to be the Usos.
It wasn't unanimous. I'm right here. It wasn't unanimous.
No, it was you.
Okay, so ununanimous decision. Usos is still the winner. Okay? So throw your ones up out of respect. Day 1-ish, all that good stuff. But thank you, everybody, for joining in. We definitely appreciate you. We are back with the shenanigans. We are back to have fun. We are back to make y'all go, what is wrong with you people? But that's what we do. We make people question.
What do you mean? I'm behaving. That's not me.
I don't know why she keep coming for y'all.
For me?
Yes. Well, the first time she came for Danny.
Right.
So, yeah, whatever. But thank y'all. Dan and I definitely appreciate all the love and support that you give us. Before we leave here, my man Brian is the host of like 90 podcasts right now. But but he has 2 podcasts. So go ahead, Brian, tell the people where they can find you and what your podcasts are, sir.
So yeah, I got my 2 podcasts. One is In the Basement with B. where I discuss all things pop culture, be it movies, comic books, wrestling, anything about it. I'm actually about to shoot. I'm about to shoot an episode later this week because we just had SDCC and D23, and Marvel and Disney has dropped a lot of content. We got an Incredibles 3 coming.
Sign
We
me
got
up.
listen, we got Toy Story 5 coming.
No!
It's Toy Story 5. We got a live action Lilo and Stitch movie.
No white movie. Crazy.
My kids are excited because we have a Moana 2 coming and a Frozen 3. Like, so there's a lot.
I'm with you now. I'm with you now. Why? Why?
Yeah, I don't get the Frozen
sequels
3
going on.
it's a lot. Like,
Disney.
but so yeah, I that's with me within the Basement Beat. Also, I have a podcast called the Married Life Podcast. It is Married Life. It's LYFE. Yes, and a live action Snow White. I'm kind of low key excited about that. I just want to see the 7 drawers in live action. Call me crazy, call me weird. I think it's gonna be funny.
But they can't call you crazy. That's me. So we're just gonna call you weird.
Yeah.
No point.
So I also have the Married Life for all my married or looking to be married or been married. I have the Married Life podcast, and you can find that on Facebook as well as the Married Life. Life is spelled LYFE podcast. I was doing this with my wife, but unfortunately a year ago she tragically passed away. So I am continuing to do so in remembrance of her because I knew that's what she will want me to do. I actually was supposed to shoot the episode today, but I'm gonna postpone it until next week because I'm on here with some fat guys. So my next episode coming up, I am going to be talking about body counts and how important or are they important in a marriage. So definitely tune into that. Also, you can also find me on. I'm gonna shout out my brothers. My brothers Anthony Johnston and Charles Pratt. They have the Husband's Lounge. You can find me on that. We just shot 2 episodes that will be coming soon. You can find that on all Apple or wherever you get your podcast, be it Spotify or Apple Music. It is the Husband's Lounge where they talk about all things husbands. And when I feel like it with my kids, I do In the Ride with B with the boys. I'm pretty much is in the car with my sons, and we just do things. My sons are 10 and 7, and our car rides be some of the most entertaining and funniest things. Because my kids will talk about anything from Bluey to church, and I just like it's hilarious. So yeah, you can find me there in those things. But other than that, and also I'm gonna plug myself. I do photography. So if you need photography work, Johnson Charm Photography, hit me up, seek me out. But yeah, that's what I got going on. And I'm a full-time dad.
Never home.
And I'm a full-time dad.
Big Nah.
You can try to find me as always. I'm not going to let you. I don't want you, no one really knowing where I am. However, if you do need some clothing apparel, something to do, something pressed on a shirt, pants, whatever, you can hit me up at nodyourheadcreations.com, NODJAH creations.com, or Gmail or Instagram. I'm on one of them things. Find me, but don't tell nobody you found me. Just come talk to me, and we'll talk.
I mean, you are putting it out on a podcast,
Right. Hit me up. Let me know what you need. Again, don't tell nobody my business or where to find me.
She trying to get me in trouble. I'm a whole married man, woman.
You talking about the belt? I think you missed. I think I think y'all on 2 different wavelengths, sir. I'm putting it on you with the thumbs up. I'm putting it on my mantelpiece.
I might be reading too much today.
I'm assuming they're talking about the belts, the bigger version of the little belt you had.
No, because I went like this. When he said I'm on 2 fat guys, I don't hang out with 2 fat guys. I went like that. I guess that's what she's referring to.
Yeah, I don't
know. With the last name Voorhees, I get a little confused. I'm a little frightened at the same time.
End up in Crystal Lake.
Right.
I mean, you can't do her wrong at all. It's over.
So to let y'all guys let y'all guys know I will, and Brian and I and some other shenanigan having folks will be on Coffee and Tea on the 23rd of this month. Coffee, the word coffee, the letter N, and the word tea, which is hosted by our friend Kristen Harrison. We will be back on there, so I definitely want to plug that show and let y'all guys know to tune in. We are going to be talking about Podcast Life Part 2. So if y'all didn't see the first episode, go to her YouTube channel and look for Coffee, the letter N, and the word T, and it will pop up on YouTube, and you can watch all of her past episodes on YouTube.
Are y'all talking in like a Bridgerton accent?
No, we're not. No, but ironically, one of her questions is, when is it the first time you on our show? What do you prefer, coffee or tea? So, yeah.
You a tea guy.
I'm not. I'm a coffee guy.
What? Coffee.
Yeah, I like coffee.
Chamomile tea guy.
All right.
All right. So save that for her show, not this one. I don't want to take her vibe. I don't believe in crossing platforms. So
Don't cross the streams.
Right, don't cross the streams at all, ever. Like, look at Naeem's face. Dan, what do you have to say so we can get off this 2-hour broadcast show?
Well, I'm gonna let Dan go. I'm gonna let Sunshine go first. Go ahead, my Dan.
You did better. Like, that's all I gotta say.
Get out.
What did he say? Because all I heard was, I did it for the Rock.
I did it for the Rock.
I shot me. Top tag team. Yeah, and I got coming up. The football season coming up, so I'm ready.
Here.
Yo, I'm gonna need y'all to get Apple phones that got working mics. Nope.
You just asked. I'm not doing this with you today.
Yo, come on, Danny, so we can wrap up, B.
I'm doing football content soon, so Showtime Dan _ is where I be on Instagram and YouTube. I also make music. Find me everywhere, Apple Music, wherever you listen to music to, your stereo, your record player, your cassette tape, everywhere.
Do you even know what a cassette tape look like?
Yeah, that sounds like a slight to our age.
Yeah, kind of, sort of.
Get your son, sir.
Please get your son.
It's out of control. Hand over to the green screen. Cut him off. Cut him out.
Right.
Look. I'm still doing the podcast with my man Crazy Cav. I just about to put out some more instrumental albums on Spotify or wherever you get your instrumentals or your music from your streaming platform. Also working on Psycho Music and Psycho Game, and I appreciate it. You put that up there. I love that, man. Thank you very much.
Oh, nice. You got meat slapping instrumentals?
Exactly.
Asking for a friend.
Yeah, I got it to the KO, to the Kevin Owens song.
I can see it.
I'm so sorry.
I don't believe in that. I don't even believe that's PG.
Back to you, Kev.
Back to you, Dave.
Y'all trying to get me fired.
We're going to be canceled.
Canceled on the first episode of season 2. Okay.
Yeah, it would be
Grand opening, grand close.
Grand opening, right? It's like EPMD album, the first and the last. Yo, so
Two Fat Guys brought to you great hits like Slapping Meats on a Tuesday.
With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, we do appreciate y'all guys once again. We appreciate y'all time coming out and spending the last 2+ hours, or almost 2 hours with us.
Slapping sounds.
So I gotta hold on. See, okay, I don't. If that ill was towards me, I'm offended. Just like ill, like I'm offended. That's towards me, but okay, each his own. Stop coming for the Rock, says my wife.
He did it for the Rock.
half a green screen. She coming for you now.
Big as hell.
You just got put in timeout now.
Dang, that's a lot of stuff coming at me.
Hey, crying laughing faces.
I'm the good one. I was being good.
He will be.
Hold on. We got more. I'm trying to get off the air. Y'all keep commenting. Y'all talking slapping meats to another level. Y'all taking slapping meats to another level. I know I'm late to the party, fellas, but I just want to say what's up. What's going on, Marquis? Shout out to you, sir. All right. We have 9 to 5 to go to tomorrow.
Cool.
So with that being said, thank you, folks. We will be back next week for another crazy A show. Make sure we go out. I'm just gonna hold this one up. I mean, I got my other one right here. So,
Yo, put that one back. Put that one down. Put that spinner.
Never. John Cena retirement tour.
Your whole system crashed.
It's the Green Dot Championship, sir. The Green Dot Championship.
The Green Dot Championship. Green screen title, yo. Green screen title.
Yeah.
We could just put one on your belt, on your shoulder for you now.
I'm main event Jey Uso. I should be champion, but I'm not.
I hate the.
So yeah, use that one. I mean, granted, I got the best looking one up here, but
I'm gonna try.
He got the Hulk Hogan. I hate you, other people title.
This is not my. Oh, he's talking about his belt. Nah, guys, exercise. You got an exercise belt on this show. Yo, we're done. Good night. We'll be back next week with another shenanigans show, but we'll be back on our regular day, Saturday. We did this as a special day because I had ish to do yesterday. So we will be back on our regular schedule back channel.
Shows about.
He's a stripper.
No, next week's show is not about me being a stripper. And no, I'm not a stripper. No.
Yeah, you selling your cheeks for me? Is that rough out there in Baltimore?
That was just bad timing, yo. Dan, what is next week's show about?
Whew, we're looking at probably phase 4 of you already know what's coming. Underrated, overrated phase 4 of the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
Oh, I need to be on that one.
All right, we can make that happen.
I need to be in that one.
Yeah.
We can make it happen. You want to come back next week? I got you.
Hey, I could be. It could be 2 fat guys and a skinny nigga.
Two fats and impossible.
We're not playing spades, y'all. All right, we gotta go. It is almost 2 hours of the broadcast. Hold on, what? Wow, stripping. What is the world coming to? Hope your wife getting that much. Do not.
You're
not. You see what she said, y'all? Behave. Y'all need to behave. Y'all about to get me in trouble.
This is gross.
She's about to make you practice as soon as you hang up.
Yep.
Oh man.
All he gonna be wearing is that belt. You know what? Never mind.
Good
night, y'all.
God. Okay, now we can go. That's a wrap.
How'd it go?
What's the name like?
I can't even tell y'all what went down earlier, but anyway.
No, we want to know.
Hey.
I don't even think that's TV.
Get this.
Get the slapping. Exactly.
Church hands.
Church
Good
hands.
night. Good night.
Church
Peace.
Peace, y'all.
We love y'all. Stay out of trouble, people. See y'all next week.
Okay.
Hold on. Stand by, guys.
Mm-hmm.